We can just go play Destiny.
Shh. We're live.
Oh,
we're show.
we're live.
What's up, guys? Episode 53. This is 53 of the Super Deformed Gamescast. I'm a mess tonight. It's been a long week, but I am one of your hosts, John, aka Mr. Negative on Twitter. And as you can see below, oh, dude, that was the creepiest fucking shit that just happened. Holy shit, I forgot to fucking turn the volume off on YouTube.
Holy shit.
And I heard, like,
what is
whispering.
this picture in the background? I just saw this. What is going on back there?
Wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
The picture behind John?
The picture behind you.
What's going on behind me?
There's someone like...
It's just like, it's perfectly fair. It's just like...
Is that a picture of you?
Stoic.
Oh, no, look. No. Dude, what the hell? This is a picture of me and my niece.
Oh.
It was just looking over your shoulder.
It was just,
Yeah, that's a cool picture.
It's just me.
We saw the top half. Yeah, it was just like...
Yeah. Just keeps a picture of himself.
I just
sipping a glass of scotch.
A picture of me next to myself when I'm gaming to remind myself I'm fucking amazing, man. No, that's me and my niece. But
oh, that's awesome, dude.
I was wondering. I was like, "What are you talking about? The fucking Evil Dead poster I got sitting there, or the army? Like, what are you talking about?" No, I moved into a new room in the house, so now I'm in a smaller room, but it's all good. My wife took the basement. Yeah, no, like I was saying, when we started the show, I got the chat open in another window, and the YouTube was going, and I didn't turn the volume off, and all of a sudden I heard this whispering in my ears, and I thought I was fucking possessed for a minute. I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" And then JT said, "There's something over your shoulder," and I thought I was going to get murdered. So I had no fucking idea what was happening. But anyway, welcome to the show. We're happy to be here. Let's talk about some video games. And as you can see below, we've got a full panel tonight. Unfortunately, Brandon will not be with us. 53 episodes, and this is only the second one he's ever missed. We'll pour a drink out on the ground for him. He's traveling. We got a few more joining us as well. Enrique is going to join us, and a fan of ours, Sam Tolbert, is going to join us as well. He's a fan, and we're trying to help get him into the podcast game, so he's going to join us as well. As the weeks go on, we're going to try to bring another fan or two on just to kind of, because we like talking to you guys, we like hanging out with you guys, and yeah, so that's what we're going to try to do. But anyway, how's everybody doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking, JT. It's very sweet of you. This is some kind of a fucking record. This is the second show in a row we've had Jeff and JT on at the same time.
I was really close to missing this one, but I powered through. So,
what were you doing that kept you from us, Jeff? What were you doing that almost kept you from us?
It's not important. Never mind.
Okay. All right.
Personal stuff. It's fine.
That's fine.
But priorities. It's like SDGC, and then
I hope the transition server
goes work. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
If you guys hear my house shake, that's because the thunder is powerful enough to shake my entire house. So
that's cool.
It's crazy tonight.
It's amazing. I love it.
Girlfriend saw a circular lightning bolt
like
or whatever.
Ball lightning?
Yeah, it was.
That's crazy, yo.
So
this
basically,
podcast is already off to
there's like a Final Fantasy battle happening outside of your house right now.
Ramu.
Hey, look, our friend Sam Tolbert has joined us. Sam, what's up, man?
Hey, sorry, I was trying to be in here a couple of minutes ago, but I forgot completely that my Edge browser, which is what I usually use, doesn't support this the Hangout plugin, so had to reset, take a moment. But I'm here now. How you guys doing?
We are doing excellent, man.
You are the first person I've ever met who actually uses Edge.
I don't even know what Edge is. Like I know it's some kind of a search tool.
It's the Windows version. It's the Internet Explorer for a new millennium.
Yeah, that's why nobody's using it, because it's Internet Explorer. Okay, cool.
It's nicer.
No, it's not. But
it's like better than Opera tier. I don't know.
Well, at any rate, we'll go ahead and we'll kick it off like we always do, and we'll start talking about what everybody's been playing this week. So, JT, with no Brandon, you're starting us off, man. So let's hear it.
Yes, I'm first.
Look
finally.
at you, dude.
I've claimed the title of
you hit the big
first
time,
to talk about games.
Before you know it, you're going to be hosting this fucking show.
I don't know about that. Nobody can replace you, John.
Good job, Jeff.
Jeff tried, but he failed.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are you playing?
Man, I've just been playing some Destiny. Not a lot has changed. I traveled a whole lot last week, so I got the Monster Hunter out of the way, and put that down since I've been home, and just Destiny, man. Game has a fantastic gameplay loop. You know, like your daily stuff that you come by and like check all those boxes, and it's just really fun to get into. But you know what, the 350s grind right now is pretty brutal. I just got there, and wow, like 352, and I feel like I've been playing for hours. I'm just like,
get on Iron Banner, dude. It's dropping a ton of loot.
About Iron Banner, yeah. This was my first Iron Banner. I never like took advantage of the other ones whenever I don't know how frequently they come out, but once a month. Okay. I've never played one before, and I was surprised by how I was getting my ass kicked all the time. And then I like did some Googling and stuff, and it's like, oh, so levels matter.
Yeah, levels gear matters. Yeah, you didn't realize.
Yeah, no, I didn't. So I was like, that would explain why. But
gotta go for them headshots, man.
yeah, but I caught up a little bit, and now I'm holding my own. And the new weapon, I forget what the name of it's called. Doc can probably help me out, but it's like the automatic.
Oh, the unbent tree.
Yes, dude.
I don't have that one yet.
In PvP, that thing straight wrecks people.
I need an unbent tree.
Oh my gosh, it's perfect for my play style. It's like super fast rate of fire, and like you like up in their face. And I'm playing Sunsinger, so like I'll like revive and just like keep spraying everywhere, just like spray, and it's perfect for the Iron Banner right now since it's what's it, Supremacy.
Yeah,
that was called. Okay, yeah.
Well, ironically, like Supremacy best multiplayer mode in the game, in my opinion.
It's pretty fun. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
I'm getting my ass kicked. I haven't won a single game in Supremacy since I started.
You got to get good.
Oh man,
you got to get good.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just me. I mean, like I'm getting matched up against like freaking pro teams.
Well, that's what happens when you play Iron Banners. A lot of clans get together and they just run through fucking multiplayer. That's why I try not to play Iron Banner unless I'm playing with a few guys I know. But it's a lot of fun. Iron Banner's a good time, and I want that unbent tree just because it looks fucking cool. You know, that's just a good looking.
I want a skin or something for it because it's like right now it's like rusty and like kind of weird looking, but yeah, I don't know if you can do skins on the legendary things.
No, it's
just exotic.
Select few exotics.
Okay, yeah. Got my Gallarhorn, did the Gallarhorn quest, and so I finally have seen. That's my first Gallarhorn too. So I finally seen what the hubbub is all about, and that thing is pretty awesome. Yeah. But,
and they went and gave it to everybody. It's not a status symbol anymore.
No, but still pretty cool. But yeah, that's about it.
Kind of like being on this podcast. It's not quite a status symbol, but it's pretty cool. Anything else?
Something will probably come to me, but Destiny's really my main focus right now.
Well, that's cool. When Doc's talking about his, just feel free to just go ahead and interrupt him if something else comes up. Doc,
will definitely interrupt.
Please, yeah, feel free. Doc, what are you playing this week?
It literally just Destiny. My computer died, so it died a while ago, but I've been working on trying to fix it. So most of my time has been on fixing a computer. So yeah, I've played some Destiny. I've tested a bunch of random games for a couple hours, but not really playing anything, just trying to get computers to work so I can get the Deus Ex video out.
Nice.
Next week we should have a Deus Ex video. So.
Awesome, cool. All right, Jeff, what are you playing this week, man?
I haven't had a lot of time. I've been just playing a bunch more Siege, and I don't know, it was weird. I was playing Forza, and I just felt like playing Mad Max. It was just like the desert or the cars.
No, I felt the same thing. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, so I don't know. And plus, I was frustrated with Forza on my PC because it ran like ass. I remember Mad Max, I can run it at like 1440, 60 FPS, locked max settings. So, I reinstalled that and put in another 10 hours. And it's a really fun game in short bursts, so I'm kind of getting burned out again. But I play like an hour or two in the mornings before work, and it's good. And I just reinstalled a bunch of older games. I don't know why, but I'm trying to pick which one I'm going to play. So I got BioShock, Assassin's Creed 1, or Crysis. I've played like bits and pieces of all of them, but never finished them. So tough decisions.
Gameplay to me does not hold up. It just feels too like loose.
Which game's gameplay?
Crysis.
Dude, play it tactically.
Well, I mean, just like the shooting and everything. It just feels like I don't know. It like loosey goosey is what I would use to describe that.
Loosey goosey.
Loosey goosey,
Okay,
yeah.
Grandpa. My grandparents used to use that
Watch
term.
your language.
I played a lot of it. Like I feel like I almost beat it. I don't remember having a problem with the shooting, but we'll see what happens if I go back to it. So yeah, if anyone wants to tell me what to play, throw out your suggestions. Assassin's Creed, BioShock, or Crysis.
I say Crisis.
I'd say BioShock because it's BioShock.
I'm really tempted to play BioShock, and I can run it. I tried it. I can actually play it at 4K, 60 FPS on my
I don't
TV.
know why you wouldn't.
So
I don't know why you wouldn't. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's tempting.
I'm actually getting a lot softer on my feelings towards BioShock 2 now that I've played more of it again, like for the first time in years and years and years. Like, because I played BioShock 1 and then I immediately popped in BioShock 2, and it just plays so much better, and the difference is really, really, really vivid once you actually put those two games together in a kind of in a vacuum. Just because. I mean, BioShock 1 has got to be on story and atmosphere, but I mean, just switching back and forth between gun and plasmid, and you've got to hit L2 to bring your plasmid up, and then you got to hit it again to fire. It's tedious. I didn't remember that game control to play that poorly. I'll probably get a bunch of hate for that, but it does. It doesn't play well anymore. The gameplay in BioShock does not hold up well, in my opinion.
It's what you get for playing games that you love, and then they end up not being great as they were. Unless
you're talking about Resident Evil 4.
True.
Jeff, anything else?
No, I think that's it. Everything but Destiny.
Okay.
That's not my cup of tea, but I'm glad everyone's enjoying it.
All right, Matt, what are you playing this week?
Yeah, not much. I've been pretty busy with school this week, just kind of pumping out project after project, but I've been trying to kind of clean up my backlog very unsuccessfully. So last night I finished Rise of the Tomb Raider. I was like halfway through it. Something about that, like I hear praise about it, and I understand why people love it. I think it's a really fun game to play, but just something about it just was like not clicking with me. And then it ended, and I was just kind of
like... I agree
100%.
100%. I played it on PC like when it came out this January, and it's a well-made game. The graphics are nice. The gameplay is solid, but yeah, like when I played through it, I just felt like nothing. And I think it's just because the story and characters there's nothing driving you to care about anything that's happening.
Yeah, there was a certain scene. There was a certain scene towards the end of the game where I was like, they're gonna try to make me care about what's happening, and I do not care at all.
Wait, I spaced out which game?
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Doc loves that game.
It's weird. I think it's the best action adventure game of the current generation, but simultaneously, you're 100% on the story. Like, it's a bad story.
Just like the first one. The first one, I love the first one. I played through it in like a day because I think I was
really
sick.
Like 2013, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was sick the day it came out, and I just blew right through it. And then I got to the end, I was like, wait. What were the character names? What happened? I don't remember anything. Which the same thing. Jonah shows up in Rise of the Tomb Raider, and I was like, "This is an old character."
That's the dude from the first one, right? The fucking Samoan.
He's in the first one.
Yeah, he is. He's the guy who's like wounded on the boat, and you have to go like get first aid for him or something.
He's the huge Samoan guy. He looks like he could break a man over the knee.
Yeah, I completely forgot that he was in the first game until about 2 hours into the game, into Rise of the Tomb Raider. I was like,
Epic Thunder.
Yeah, that was Thunder.
Holy shit. I thought you were like stuck the microphone in your mouth for a minute.
No,
like, God.
Nope, I wasn't saying a word, and the whole house shook again.
That sounds awful.
It's literally on top of me.
Yeah, that's what she said. No, I played Rise of the Tomb Raider, and it was really good. But I actually I liked the first one more.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, just because I feel like, the original Tomb Raider, it kind of skirted the line between, a linear story and open world. And I feel like Rise of the Tomb Raider was like, we really have to try to get more open world collectathon shit in there.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of one of the two things that is plaguing games this generation is one, everything either has to focus almost solely on multiplayer, or everything's got to be an open world fucking check the box. I did this deal. and very few games who try to do that they're not doing a very good job trying to find that middle ground. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I really love the level design of Rise of the Tomb Raider. Like, I do kind of wish they had pulled it back a little bit, but I like that a lot more than just straight open world. Just kind of like, hey, here's an area, explore it, but there is a path you have to follow.
Yeah, like the Metroidvania aspect to it.
Yeah.
The tombs were really disappointing, I thought, too. There was like one or two where I was like, oh, wow, this is really cool. And I thought they were going to like get more and more complex as you go.
Yeah.
But it just, they don't. Like, so many of them are just one room.
The one later in the story, the one with the exploding barrels and the statue, I was like, oh, this is going to be really complex. And then it took me about 10 minutes. Nothing. It was a breeze.
I really like them.
I just really want there to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, that seems to be a big problem with this series. Is they continually ignore the T-Rex, and it really pisses me off. But I mean, I really like the open world. I actually 100% of the game, and those of you who know me know that I never ever 100% games ever.
Yeah.
But this one I did.
You know, the thing about the modern day Tomb Raider games to me is that it's kind of an interesting contrast. I mean, you know, Uncharted was very obviously influenced by Tomb Raider. There's no doubt about that. And now this new generation of Tomb Raider games is very obviously, inspired by Uncharted. So I think that's kind of an interesting reversal.
Are they inspired by Uncharted though? Like,
yeah, no, they are.
The reason I say that is like they're going on this really big open world kick, and Rise of the Tomb Raider honestly feels like a direct sequel to Tomb Raider 2013, which, while it took some stuff from Uncharted, if you've played the other Crystal Dynamics Tomb Raiders, they're really just doing that same thing. Like, they have never deviated from that path.
Yeah,
it's
I was
kind of weird.
Towards the end of the story, the one thing I do like about the story of the new Tomb Raiders is I'll talk about the first one. I don't know if it's a spoiler. The supernatural aspect of it, I think they handle a lot better than Uncharted, and I wish they would put more emphasis on it, because it always seems they kind of tease it throughout the story, and then it comes in at the end for like half an hour, and then it's done.
I think that's why it works, is because they kind of tease it, and in Uncharted, it's just kind of like, oh.
It just appears.
Yeah, Uncharted was like literally, hey, look, it's Purple Yeti Hulkman.
Well,
so
that's actually why I'm glad that, spoiler alert, that Uncharted 4 didn't really do much with the paranormal aspect of it. I'm glad they kind of pushed that off to the side.
Yeah.
And I actually the Uncharted game I thought handled it the best was Uncharted 3. Because it was like, it left it up to you whether or not the Jinn were actually real or just hallucinations caused by whatever was in that fucking urn. Anyway, Matt, is there anything else?
No, nothing. I mean, I've been kind of screwing around with like Gears Ultimate, just kind of biding my time until Gears 4 unlocks in 3 hours. Yay!
Right.
So yeah, that's about it.
All right, and Sam, our guest, what are you playing this week?
Well, the original idea was to have Recore finished by now, and that didn't work out because if any of you have played that at all, you know that some of the achievements towards the end are complete collectathons. I mean, it gets ridiculous. You've got like 200 pieces of hardware in one area you have to pick up, and then there's 3 large areas. And I get it. It's cool if you want to spend the time on it, but I don't have the time to do that right now. So I'm pretty much just waiting for Gears 4 at this point. I'm just kind of sitting on go for that. The past week I had been delving back into Bloodborne. I've been sort of a gothic horror Lovecraftian mood, and I mean Bloodborne scratches that itch, 110%. It's the atmosphere. I actually posted on. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish up.
Oh, okay. Just the atmosphere of that whole game. I mean, the way it, lures you in at first with just these straight up, werewolf, beast and blood infection, and then you get to Bergenworth and all that stuff goes down. It's just a masterpiece. Just so good.
I respect a man who can name off the locations in Bloodborne. I appreciate that. That's good shit. You really need to try Darkest Dungeon if you haven't.
It's on the list. It's on
Dungeon.
the backlog right now. It had the unfortunate Gears 4, and that's going to take priority. But the moment I'm through Gears and get some Horde in, then Darkest Dungeon is on the list for sure.
Yeah,
I checked and have it installed.
Darkest Dungeon is so good.
Bloodborne definitely has one of the best ramp ups to just oh my god, what is happening?
I would argue, yeah, one of the best for sure. That the whole twist that happens there is just this. It's madness. It's hideous. It's horrific. You know, the notes you find in the college. But
it's not sudden. It's just kind of like, oh, I thought something was amiss, and now everything makes sense. And oh my god, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, it's like you thought this was screwed up before. Oh, it gets so much worse.
It's so perfect. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, Bloodborne is one of my favorite games this generation. You know, obviously being a Souls fan, I love, but I also really love that kind of gothic Lovecraftian, and like, you know, it really kind of, I really respect the way that From Software kind of pulled that. You know, like they didn't really talk about that much pre-release, and they just kind of sprung it on you after you killed Rom. You know, like
that's
all of a sudden,
why it works.
Yeah. Yep, I completely fucking agree. Yeah, just a phenomenal game. What else are you playing?
Going through the Halo games on co-op with my brothers. It's kind of a ritual. We do that each year. We haven't finished one yet because we literally just started. But so, you know, just I can appreciate how well, especially, you know, like Halo 1, Halo 2 have aged. Really, the controls, you know, after all this time, still feel fun to play.
Yep. Whether
you're mowing through the Covenant or you're discovering the Flood for the first time, it's really good. Beyond that, I'm constantly screwing around with Total War because I'm a complete nerd and I like strategy games and all that sort of thing. So I've been going back through Medieval 2 just for the heck of it. And that's pretty much it.
Awesome, dude. All right. Well, so Steve, the calmest man in video games, man. What kind of video games are you calmly playing this week?
Well, I'm playing some Madden, but I still hate that game. I'm just mad at 2K for not making a football game.
Then?
I'm watching a lot of football. I still want to play it. I got FIFA.
You want some more of that first-person football back, don't you? 2K5 first-person football.
Well, maybe not that one, but yeah, the 2K games were pretty solid. The build. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about the 2K games, but yeah, Madden not so great. I picked up FIFA 2017. That's okay. It's got an interesting new story mode. This is new in FIFA. And there's no customization. It puts you into a gameplay wherein you're living a story, kind of like a Spike Lee joint.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. And there's no customization. So I don't even want to play it. But for those who are playing, I guess there's some interest in it.
Who the fuck wants like a deep involved storyline in a soccer game?
I don't know.
Like is there like a steamy romance involved? Like does he have a girl? Like is he a troubled lad from like, you know, like some bad neighborhood who like really got into soccer and
Warmer.
Oh yeah, really? Yeah.
Warmer.
Yeah. Tell me about it, dude. I want to know. Tell me about it.
No, I don't want to know. I didn't play enough of it to tell you.
Spoil it. We don't want to spoil the storyline of FIFA.
The fact that there's no customization just kind of made me not want to play the character. All I wanted to play was a simple career mode, and they've replaced it with this full story. I may give it another shot. I just haven't at this point. And a lot of Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah, talk about dude. In fact, I was hoping some of you guys, excuse me, I brought this up to Steve. I was hoping some of you guys might want to stream that Death Star DLC this weekend.
I don't know if anybody picked it up, but if you haven't, it's kind of worth it.
Awesome, yeah.
I'm assuming you guys have it on a console.
Yes.
Yeah, PS4 for me.
How much is it?
I don't know.
It's free, but
yeah, I don't have that. Probably like $5, 10.
Yeah, it's not expensive. I don't think it's very expensive. But it's fucking, dude. It's fucking awesome. Like it's got the what's it called, Steve? The supremacy mode. I can't remember what the fuck it's called. Battle Zone. Battle Zone. Is that what it's called?
So for the Death Star, there are 3 phases. There's the Star Destroyer space battle where you're in space fighting against the other side, and you're fighting over Star Destroyers, and you have to blow up pieces of the Star Destroyer as it prompts you if you're the Rebellion, and you have to defend them if you're the Imperial. Then you go to the ground and you do an escort mission, and then you end up in over the Death Star doing that space battle that comes at the very end of the movie.
Yeah, you do your trench run.
So you do the trench run, and you actually yeah, sorry. Well, I'm not going to tell you what happens.
You'll have to play the game to find out.
But yeah, you escort some fighters and they go inside the Death Star and you guys can find out what happens from there. But Star Wars isn't like Overwatch. I've gone back and played some Overwatch, and it seems like every day I don't play, the community gets a lot better. That's not the case in Star Wars. They've all changed their names to Star Wars characters, and they've only been playing pretty much like it's the first week. I don't know if it's just that the weapons and the gameplay just isn't over or is just really well balanced. Also, the new content, the Jabba contracts, they haven't really made anybody especially powerful. So there's some weapons that might piss me off, but really it's a pretty even play. After 2 or 3 maps, I was back up at the top of the leaderboard. So
That's good.
yeah, well, it sucks if the game leaves you behind, but if you revisit it, you'll find that it's kind of enjoyable. Still enjoyable.
That's a great quote to take out of context, by the way. Star Wars Battlefront is not Overwatch.
Yeah. Just in case.
Do with it what you will.
Clear. Just in case we weren't clear. Okay, cool. I'll talk about what I've been playing this week. So I've been playing a lot of Darkest Dungeon. Fucking outstanding game. And I know I've said this before, but I'll say it again. The developer of Darkest Dungeon from Red Hook Studios Red Hook Studios. I can't talk tonight. He's going to be on the podcast here in the coming weeks. We're talking about that, so that's going to be fun. Darkest Dungeon is fucking outstanding. One of my favorite games this year. It's going to be talked about for me in Game of the Year. When we do our very, very prestigious award show, which will probably get more viewers in the Game Awards in December. That's going to be one of our nominees for Game of the Year. So, when you come up on the stage for the SDGC award show, you better be ready to bring the fucking thunder because we only take the best.
Are we gonna have holograms?
We are gonna. Yeah, we actually. Yeah, we're gonna have a live concert from Gem and the holograms. Actually, so it's gonna be real good. It's gonna be a lot of fun. You guys will love it.
You liked it better than Inside?
No, it's not better than Inside. Although I should have said it was just to piss Rand off. I know Rand Thor listens to the show. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was I played the Outlast 2 demo. And I talked about this on Basement Radio Arcade podcast last night. But so if you are a fan of horror, you owe it to yourself to go to the PlayStation Store or the Xbox or Xbox Live or Steam and download this fucking demo. It is some of the creepiest shit I've ever played in my life, and I loved Outlast. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was just a phenomenal horror game. And so when you start Outlast 2, I'll just give you kind of an overview of the demo. The interesting thing about Outlast 2 is that just kind of like when Isaac Clarke in Dead Space 2, like he became a fully voiced emotive character. And it's the same thing here. You're playing as a new character, but now you have your character has a voice. He's got emotions. He reacts to things vocally. You're kind of like a researcher, and you're dropped into this town, this like old remote town in the desert in Arizona, and you quickly find that it is overrun by devil worshippers. A lot of satanic activity going on there, and so you walk through the town and you're knocking on doors because you're looking for your wife, and eventually you make your way into this fucking you're walking through these old shanties, and you can hear all these devil worshippers out in the darkness just like muttering to themselves, right? But you can't see them. And the crazy thing is what's that?
Don't spoil it.
It's not spoiling it. It's like I'm giving away important plot points. But as you're walking through the town, these devil worshippers are after you, and you can hear them like muttering fucking Bible passages, and it's just the creepiest shit.
So it's kind of like Resident Evil 4 in that aspect, where they're like, religious zealot-y kind of.
You know what, dude? I actually brought that up on Brap last night. It's got a really strong Resident Evil 4 vibe. Some of the villagers or some of the devil worshippers even are dressed in a similar manner to the Ganados from Resident Evil 4, and so they're just like. There's just one part when you make it to a fucking cornfield, and I was like, fuck this. But yeah, dude, you're going through this fucking cornfield, and these devil worshippers are after you with flashlights, right? And so they're going through the cornfield trying to find you, and they're muttering like shit from Revelations while they're doing it.
It's like creepy as fuck,
dude. And they're just like sitting here, like the beast I saw had 12 heads and 10 horns, and fucking blah blah. He came out of the ocean, and I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is happening? And
I think based on a certain detail that shouldn't be mentioned without spoiling people, I don't think they're devil worshippers, man.
no, I absolutely no. So here's the thing, like I think I know what you're getting at. I know what you're getting at, and I think they are, but they're not aware they are.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's as deep as I'll go. I know what you're getting at. I think they are worshiping the devil.
I want to know what that was. You know, like when that when I went there,
When
it
it
was just
happens,
like,
when it happens at the end. Yeah, I was. Yeah.
not even at the
when-
end, like right in the middle. Right in the middle. It's actually before the corn.
Oh,
thing.
you're talking about the well.
Yeah, I'm talking about the well and what
Yeah,
happens after
yeah.
the well.
Yeah, the well.
What the what's
I would
that?
like to go back through and play the demo and figure out if you can just bypass the well.
So is this a lengthy demo? It sounds like it's got quite a bit of
It's like 20 minutes long.
stuff going on.
Well, you know what? It took me like an hour to get through it, but that's because I was running like a scared mouse through the cornfield, trying to stay away from the fucking crazed devil worshippers after me. So yeah, and I played it with the lights off, and the headphones on, and I'm very, very upset that this game has been delayed until January because I think it's really gonna be fucking good. This is gonna be.
I'm worried it's going to be like the first game where it has a lot of really strong atmosphere. It's really spooky at first, and then within a couple, like just not very long, it kind of wears out its welcome.
E the Dead in chat says they're No Man's Sky Reddit users.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
That's it. Purge the
Nothing
YouTube
gets
chat.
scary.
Oh, that's amazing.
So have they changed a lot in terms of gameplay, or is it largely the same?
It is very similar to Outlast in the sense that you've got your camera, it's got your night vision, and you find batteries in the most random fucking places. It's like I'm out in the middle of the Arizona desert, and here's a farm wagon, and oh look, a battery, a AA battery. Okay. So yeah, in that sense, it's a little video gamey, and not much has changed. I mean, the goal, there's no combat. The goal is still to be sneaky and stealthy and get the fuck out of Dodge before anything finds you. But the paranormal aspect of it is much greater than Outlast 1, because Outlast 1 was set in that asylum, right? And basically it's just a bunch of crazy motherfuckers in a science project gone wrong. In this one, it's the world
Stuff happens.
Yeah, stuff happens, and there is the paranormal, supernatural aspect of the game is just in the demo much greater than the entirety of Outlast.
Yep.
Yeah, it sounds far more interesting than the first one.
Yeah, I like the premise a lot more because devil worship, like growing up Catholic, I was made to be afraid of devil worship, right? They're like, John, don't consort with the devil.
Did you see that one poster in the game that talked about being Catholic, though?
Yeah, I did. I thought of my mother when I saw that poster. Or my aunt who refuses to wear anything but pants. Like she's like, anything but pants is improper.
All right, let's just see what you guys are.
Yeah, no, you really need to download it. It's really
I just
disappointed
downloaded it on Xbox.
yeah.
I'm disappointed that we're going to be moving whenever, like right on Halloween. And I usually try and play because I don't play a whole lot of scary games just because I don't like jump scares. But I usually try to play one around Halloween just because like everybody you get in the mood that way. Well, you don't get in the mood. I don't talk about.
Whatever you're.
You do some weird whatever gets you in the mood, man. I'm not gonna judge you.
Have you guys played Comedy Quest or what's the? Not Comedy Quest.
The fuck is
Costume Quest?
Costume
Quest?
Yeah.
Comedy Quest.
That's a big gap you just.
Yeah, I know it's a big gap,
play
but
Costume.
that's been like my last couple of years games that I play at Halloween. So like I'm really wanting a scary game to play in Halloween.
Well, Outlast will have the jump scares. That's for sure.
Yes,
Alright, well.
it will.
I
Yes,
think
it will.
I think if that game does anything, it does make a case for why jump scares are still worth having in a game.
Yeah, no, I agree. Outlast, yeah. Bottom line is, go download the fucking demo. Outlast 2 is, I think it's going to be, it's got a lot of promise.
I still don't know if I'm going to buy it or
promise.
not. I
gonna
really
buy it.
don't.
Did you like the demo more than
I
Resident Evil
like the
7?
demo more than everything I played in the first game, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the replay value is. It seems super linear and scripted. So everyone should play the demo at least for like a brief masterclass in horror, but
Have-
yeah,
Have they
it's a thing. I don't know what to say.
have they announced a
Yeah.
price point yet? Is it going to be like small downloadable like the first, or is it full
probably
retail?
Yeah,
60.
probably.
I think
but
it'll be like 40.
I'm a sucker for good horror games, so I'll pay whatever they want for it. But the setting of Outlast 2 and the fact that it revolves around like something like a demonic cult is more appealing to me than just a asylum, which has been done over and over and over in games. And movies. I don't know what that says about me, that I'm like, yeah, devil worship. But, whatever.
No, it's cool.
Um, Yeah, devil worship is sweet, man. Everybody should do it. I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, no, it looks good. So that's what I've been playing this week. So a few of the things I wanted to talk about tonight. First and foremost,
Devil worship.
devil worship. Yeah, let's talk about devil worship. No, I don't want to talk about my ex-wife. But one day she's gonna listen to this and she's gonna like take me back to court and try to take my son from me. But it's gonna be terrible. But no, in all seriousness, it's been kind of a fucked up week. There's been a lot of fanboy controversy, and we talked about this on Brap last night, so I don't want to dredge it up too much. But this is a separate show, and some of the people who listen to SDGC don't necessarily listen to Basement Radio, so I do want to touch on it briefly. There was a huge fucking shit show over Titanfall 2 last week, specifically in regards to a tweet from he was the dev, or he was one of the developers. He was the producer, right?
I don't remember, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, right. And so he tweeted out a picture of the PlayStation 4 version, which I guess was the first one off the presses. And a friend of his who used to work at Xbox for a long time, he said, "Give me the game on the Xbox, man. Like, give me that Xbox copy." And he says, "Well, green discs aren't as sexy." And everybody just lost their fucking minds. Like, Xbox fans just lost their fucking minds. Not all Xbox fans. Most Xbox fans who are rational people didn't give it a second thought. But there's a certain subgroup of Xbox fans who just completely went fucking nuclear on this guy, to the point where Respawn had to double down and retweet this guy's tweet just to show. And they said, like, there's no, like, they actually showed a picture of a green disc, which of course is a fucking dev term for a disc that is not written yet. They said, "This is a green disc. Note, it's not an Xbox disc, nor is it green." And it was just a fucking embarrassment. It was an embarrassment. And I don't even own an Xbox, and it pissed me off. I've never. I mean, we have reached a point in the fanboy wars that is just incomprehensible to me.
Even if he was talking about it being an Xbox disc, like, who cares? It's the color of your disc.
Well, no, it's not even that. Like, he wasn't even talking. He wasn't even referring to the color of the disc.
Yeah,
right.
I know. But
the point is, if he was, it's still not an acceptable thing.
Yeah, no, it absolutely isn't. And the thing is that, I guess the point was raised, and Sam is an Xbox guy, and he saw a lot of this on his timeline. So, Sam, feel free to chime in whenever you want. But a lot of the issue that people had was that, well, Microsoft has a marketing deal, so they shouldn't be talking about the PlayStation 4 version of the copy or of the game. And I'm like, that's not how this fucking works. This isn't marketing. And it's the guy's personal fucking Twitter account. It's not Respawn's. I don't know.
Even if it is marketing, like, why do you care unless you're the Microsoft marketing exec?
That's what I don't fucking get.
Yeah, you're
Like, why do you care? Who cares? Just play the fucking game. I don't get it.
Because video game wars, man. Because console wars. And
some people like that stuff.
All I can say is I would love to trade places and have the life of someone who has nothing better to worry about than a developer tweeting out a blue disc.
Dude.
For real.
Dude, you're the man. Sam, what did I say on Brap last night? I said that exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, to paraphrase, that's exactly what you said. You said you wish that you had just that to worry about in your life, and I agree, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I had motherfuckers accusing me of stolen valor on Twitter this week. Like, that's what I was dealing with, and people are worried about a fucking. I just, and Randall Thor 19, he's a friend of the show. He's been on the show. He watches the show. He's a huge Xbox guy. He's got like 1 million gamer score. It's fucking ridiculous the amount of fucking chivos this guy has. He just put his fucking head in his hands. and he said on the show that he was embarrassed to be an Xbox fan. And coming from him, that means a lot because he is personal friends with guys like Phil Spencer. Like he knows him personally. And we've just, and then with the fucking Gears of War shit today, you know, all the Gears. Somebody tell me what happened with Gears of War today. So the fucking meta for Gears of War, and I hate numbered reviews because all they are is fucking ammo for fucking fanboy console wars. But Gears of War, the reviews came out, and it's got an 85 meta, and GameSpot gave it a 7 out of 10. It was a lower score that I believe the lower score that Gears 4 received was a 7 out of 10. And people were tweeting GameSpot calling for them to close their doors, saying they had no more credibility.
I mean, it was a really bad review because I did read it. It is a bad review, but I mean, it's not worth that.
But I mean, it's just like why do you need that fucking purchase validation?
Well,
Yeah, I don't understand it.
It literally does not matter.
Just
Yeah, and on the other side, you had PlayStation people going, "Oh, it's got an 85.
Yeah.
That's terrible." I was like, "What are you talking about?
What are you talking
85
about?
is
Like
fine."
that's, I mean, in what kind of world do we live in where an 85 is fucking terrible? Like, I mean, that's, I don't fucking understand. I don't understand what. This is why I don't like fucking
bad.
Metacritic.
It's just you have. I mean, when the majority of people on forums are PlayStation fans, they will do anything they can to shit on Microsoft games. That's just how it's been, and it sucks. Like,
it goes both ways, and I'm sure.
No,
that
it really does
4
not go both ways. Like, I mean, I have played. Like when I was trying to make, like, I don't know, I've tried to talk about, like, say, Rise of the Tomb Raider or Quantum Break or whatever. Whenever you want to talk about those games, you're always going to get these Sony fans like entering those threads, shitting all over those games, and you do not have that. In, like, you don't go to an Uncharted thread and have like somebody start saying, "Well, Quantum Break looks better," but you'll have people do those drive-by shit posts elsewhere, and it sucks.
Doc, I'm sorry. I was looking at what Flunky put in chat. What the fuck is this?
I don't know.
What are you looking at? Okay, Doc, I'll read it to you.
Gotta
Guess
love
what
some
it-
copy pasta.
Guess what? It's clown hunting season, and you know what that means. Time to hunt for some clown cock. That big red nose is the only thing you'll be bonking tonight. Huge shoes equal huge something. Eggplant? Don't let that clown juggle his balls himself. You know they're just lurking in the shadows, but in that, who cares if you get a little... What the fuck is...
There's
JT.
more.
What is this?
I think that's enough.
I got a little hungry for some copy
Okay,
pasta.
that dude, that's enough of that.
Anyways.
Anyway,
Yeah, no, I think Doc's right. It is kind of a little more.
It's
I think-
significantly one-sided. Like, none of my friends who like Xbox want to talk on GAF anymore.
Yeah, that which Gears thread was it today? It might have been. Oh no, it was the thread where they announced it was like 27 million copies of Gears had been sold over the whole franchise. Immediately,
Oh, yeah.
it turned into Uncharted sold 30.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
doesn't fucking matter. I mean, who? At the end of the- I just
What was funny was in the review thread, somebody posted like Gears of War isn't even in Uncharted's league when it comes to reviews. Gears of War 1 through 3 have better average Metacritic than Uncharted 1 through 3. It's funny. Like, and I don't say that to be a console warrior. Gears of War actually has better reviews than Uncharted did. It just does. And I mean, I love the series. It's a great series, and I want to talk about the series and have
Portal
fun
has-
talking about the
Portal
series.
has better
without-
reviews than both of them.
Yeah, that's true, but it only has 2 games, so it sucks. No, kidding. I just what I want is I want to be able to talk about games I like without people like jumping into the thread, just like being like, well, competing product is better. Like, I don't mind if you want to like come in and say like, you know, this game like another game does like shooting better or whatever, but it's never like, well, the mechanics of this other game are better or the writing of this other game is better or whatever. It's always like, well, the competing product from another company is better. It's always fanboyism. It's always blatant fanboyism. It's never like if, I don't know, if somebody wanted to come in and be like, well, Vanquish is better than Gears of War, like I would disagree, but I'd love to have that conversation. You know?
I'm sorry, I can't stop looking at what JT.
I'll
Yeah,
say
that-
that it's not all one-sided because Xbox fans do this as well, or the fanboys, I should say. anytime there's any developer that says, well, we kind of released the screenshots for PS4 because we think they look crisper, or somebody says somewhere they like the graphics better for PS4, Xbox fanboys just raid the thread and start saying exactly the fanboy line, which is, oh, you can't say that about Xbox. You can't even talk about sales numbers without them coming into the thread and saying that, hey, Sony's inflating the numbers and there's a media bias. I mean, both sides are doing it. I don't think it's entirely one-sided is my point.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely not one-sided. I just feel like it's an order of magnitude more significant on the Sony side.
It's
I feel
gotten
like
so much worse since the Scorpio and Pro shit.
Oh god,
And I've noticed it. I can't even go on Twitter sometimes.
my flops.
Fortunately for me, I'm a
no
PC
flops.
fan, so
Yeah, so you're
That
a
does
people
make it
down here, but
I spend about 90% of my time getting shit on by everybody else. So
and I'll happily shit on you, but
God.
I love you,
You know,
baby.
like it's one of the reasons that like I feel like it's worse on GAF as far as like Sony guys going after Microsoft guys, and it's worse on Twitter as far as Microsoft guys going after Sony guys.
Yeah.
Stop
you know,
calling
so
Mooch.
I don't follow Mooch. He's got me blocked. And please don't mention that name on this podcast.
Okay.
But I don't like bringing those guys up. But is there somebody behind me?
Yeah.
Bringing coffee.
You bringing me coffee? Oh, thanks, babe. Appreciate that.
It's hot.
It's hot?
Hot.
Oh, be careful with my
I
delicate
don't know if
fingers.
you want that.
Oh, thank you, babe. This is the best wife ever right
Hi,
here.
guys.
It's pretty awesome.
Weird look.
I was leaving.
Okay, and you know what? I'm trying to talk about video game stuff. Anyway, and I apologize for that thoughtless interruption. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to
Use
What's
the
that?
caption. Use the caption. Run, or you'll be well.
no, I can't do that 'cause she has no idea what that means.
Okay.
Don't talk about that weird Final Fantasy shit to me. But no,
Me right there.
I know, right? Yeah, Funky doesn't want to talk about Final Fantasy, but we are going to talk about Final Fantasy and a few other things here because the other thing I wanted to talk about tonight, moving away from the fanboy shit, was we are officially in the beginning of the major leagues. The season has begun, and I'm not talking about hockey either. I'm talking about holiday releases, and Gears of War is just the start. So I wanted to kind of go down the line and just make a group discussion of it, and everybody in chat, feel free to jump in as well. What are we all looking forward to the most this holiday season?
I'm going to jump in quickly and just kind of talk about Mafia, which I know is one of the big ones that's out this week.
Yeah, let's hear it, man.
Do it.
There was no review copy sent out, but hopefully everyone's seen the trailers and stuff. It looks like it could go either way. The story looks really interesting. The subject matter is really controversial, so whether or not they pull it off. But there's been some issues with the PC version. Basically, it's locked at 30 frames a second.
And it crashes. That's
It
literally
crashes,
it.
technical issues. The resolution seems to be questionable. People are posting like 4K or 1440 shots, and they don't look clear. But they actually just posted an update that they're working on a 60 FPS and unlimited frames per second option patch, which should be out this weekend or next weekend. So if anyone is interested in picking that up or thinking about grabbing it on PC, then just kind of a heads up. But that's one I'm going to be deciding basically between that or Gears of War and Battlefield 1. But I don't know which one I'm going with yet.
Well, if you get Gears, I can play Horde whenever.
Same.
So
I picked up the $20 Mafia order glitch earlier this year, so I got both. But
what do you guys think about the fact that there weren't any review copies of Mafia released?
I don't think
I
it
heard
means
that-
much. Like
I heard that
Doom
2K
didn't have
was-
any, right?
yeah, Doom didn't have any.
Doom didn't have any. It was awesome, but that was kind of the outliner too, right? Like that doesn't happen very often, where release copies aren't given to the press. And
So I actually have a weird theory about that. Like I heard some people saying that it was all like they were worried about piracy for some reason. They're like super worried about it for this game. I think what's actually happening, I know this is gonna sound kind of crazy, but I think what they're actually doing is trying to avoid the Gears of War reviews. They actually don't want reviews to come out the same day, so they put a big weight on it so that they could they wouldn't have to deal with like competing with Gears of War reviews the same day. So they just want to come like have reviews come out next week.
Possible.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly possible. Has anybody taken a look at the impression thread on GAF for Mafia?
Al loves it.
Yeah, and I was gonna say there's a poster on Gap, but I play some games with him on PSN as well, and he's been posting some impressions there, and he's actually really impressed with it. It sounds like the opening is very strong. It has almost a 5-hour tutorial.
Holy shit!
But it's not holding your hand. It's just that it kind of gradually opens things up, and the way that it does it is apparently pretty unique. The acting and cutscenes are supposed to be exceptional for video game standards anyway. So it does sound like it has a very interesting opening, but then I've heard that it does kind of suffer from a bit of repetitiveness and that typical those open world problems once you kind of start playing the proper game. But this is all from 1 or 2 people, so I don't know how much stock I'd put in that. But it sounds interesting. I don't think the reviews are a problem. I used to read reviews and base my purchase on that, but I don't think you shouldn't pre-order games. You shouldn't put your word in what everyone else thinks. I think you should just wait till the game's out.
Yep.
Especially now you got YouTube and Twitch. Watch some streams. Just read up what the game's about. Read a couple reviews, not for the score. Just get the facts. And
listen
to us.
Listen to SDGC.
Yeah.
We'll give you the scoop. We'll let you know if the fucking game's good or not. Like for example, you should play every Uncharted 4 game or every Uncharted 4 game, all 4 Uncharted 4 games. You should play all those. But was that Enrique?
It is indeed me.
Why are you here?
They just let anybody into this podcast nowadays?
How the fuck did Enrique get in here?
I just have my ways of getting into podcasts.
Holy shit, this podcast ended up being a lot bigger than I anticipated, but it's fine. Enrique arriving late, fashionably late. Dude, you're an hour late.
Dude, let me tell you something, man. I just don't have kids. I'll just leave it.
I'll do whatever I want. Enrique.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But anyway, no, Enrique, you came at a good time. We're talking about games that we are excited for the holiday. And Mafia 3's come up. I'll go ahead and say that I am very excited, super fucking excited for Final Fantasy 15, especially after seeing the final build footage, 45 minutes, just hit today, and that this game absolutely needed that fucking delay. It absolutely needed it because
canceled my pre-order today.
The game looks just palpably better than it did.
Can I ask if this is the pro version or the standard?
No, apparently this is the standard version.
Okay.
This is the standard version. It's running at a rock solid frame rate. And literally, like, you owe it to yourself to pull up the video. It's on GAF, but you owe it to yourself to pull up the footage and watch it. It is literally like night and day from what we saw back in August. And this is coming off the heels of that just god awful E3 showing that Final Fantasy. Like, do you guys remember that? That was terrible.
Yep.
With the one on the Xbox stage?
Yeah. No, JT and Doc were streaming that, and I was watching it at work, and I was like, what the fuck is happening to Final Fantasy? Oh my god. This is terrible.
Just lost a match in Iron Banner 150 to 150.
Are you playing Iron Banner right now?
Yeah.
Doc, focus on the podcast.
Oh my god.
But,
I'm trying to avoid interrupting you all the time.
Doc, I don't blame you, man. I was tempted, man, to hop on Iron Banner.
Well, I'm
As
glad.
well.
Doc, did you say you canceled your pre-order of
I did.
Final
I
Fantasy?
canceled my Final Fantasy 15 pre-order for the Xbox today, and kept my pre-order for the PlayStation 4. So.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
But
I
yeah,
want Titanfall 2 though, man.
Final Fantasy 15 is I fucking, as a huge Final Fantasy fan, and I've said it before on the show, I need this game to be good. Like this, and I think for the sake of the franchise, it needs to be. I think if it's anything,
they need it to be good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. I think for the sake of, I think for Square Enix's sake, this game can't just be good. This game has to be fucking great. And if it's not, after 10 years, dude, fans will not accept anything less than a stellar product.
Square isn't even in a great place to begin with, though. Like, Deus Ex has not done as well as they wanted it to.
No, it really hasn't.
Tomb Raider has not done as well as they wanted it to. Like, they're not in a great place. And admittedly, a lot of those decisions are apparently the UK office's fault. At least that's what I've been hearing. But
I mean, Deus Ex is Mankind Divided is a phenomenal game, and really, really sad to hear that it underperformed, but apparently it did. Now, granted, that's not everything they do. They have Hitman, they've got fucking, what else? I mean, they've got a shitload of games under their umbrella, so it's not just, it's not all bad. But yeah, Final Fantasy 15 for me. Skyrim Remastered is another one I'm super excited about, especially now that I've got a 4K HDR television. Thank you, Jeff, for pushing me to go the extra mile on that. And right now here publicly on the podcast, I will say that Jeff was right. # Jeff was right. The difference is very noticeable. You were right, dude. I watched something in 4K HDR and I was like, oh, shit. Dude, it was unreal how good it looks. Seriously.
Yeah, it's not quite the jump from like standard to high def, but it's very, very noticeable.
It is. And apparently Skyrim Remastered on the PS4 is running at native 4K.
I was very surprised by that.
I could not be happier. And we're
I
finally
want to know the
mods.
frame rate. I want to know the frame rate.
10.
Did you say 10?
10. It'll run at 12 frames a second like it did on PS3.
I don't even think a Bethesda game has ever been over 30 on a PlayStation console.
Dude, if they can hit... Okay.
They hit 0.
With the added beef that's in the fucking Pro, if they can't hit 30 frames a second, then I give up on Bethesda officially. Like, there's no hope anymore.
At the very least, the 1080p version on Pro must be.
It has to, right?
I was saying on Twitter the other day, I was like, I would gladly. I know they want to keep the parity as much as possible between the regular PS4 and the Pro version, but like, I would gladly trade some resolution. I don't care about 4K. Just give me a stable game. Like, give me something like a stable 30 or something better than the norm. If you're investing into the PS4, especially for single player games, if you're investing into the PS4 Pro, better hardware, like this is like what 4-year-old laptop components by now. Like if you're buying into something that's a little bit more modern, it's still using the same CPU, just higher clock speed, but still like let us utilize that. Don't just like give us the selling points. It's like the 4K, and
Crystal
then your
Dynamics
game still runs like 22 frames per second. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah,
there is none.
Good point.
JT, why don't you fucking use that as a springboard, man? What are you looking forward to this holiday, dude? What's on your radar?
Well, I think
Battlefield.
that was unnecessarily creepy, and I don't know why.
we had just
Outlast 2.
We had way too much fun with the beta in Battlefield 1. I know me and Jeff and Matt, and I played
briefly. I played briefly with you guys. And
Yeah,
I was
yeah, you
terrible.
did.
I was awful.
You had no idea what was going on.
I was like, I don't know what's happening. I'm just a soldier in World War I, and I don't know how to fire my right. Dude, I was a bomb. Like, I dragged the whole fucking team down.
That's everyone's first like real experience with a Battlefield game, though. You never know what's going on.
Battlefield just makes some incredible moments that you just don't get in any other game.
Is that what caused the accusation of false valor?
I've seen you play Battlefield. You
play Battlefield, motherfucker. You're no Marine. You're no Marine. You couldn't even handle World War I. It's exactly.
You can't ride a horse. How are you gonna hold a gun?
So I don't know. Like, you guys tell me. Here's my worry about Battlefield 1, and I mentioned this last night on Brab. Is the fact that apparently you're playing as like 4 different characters through the campaign, right? And let's face it, Battlefield games, except for Battlefield Bad Company, which is the best Battlefield game ever, they don't.
Bad Company 2 is better.
I'm going to ignore that anyway.
Bad Company 2 is my favorite multiplayer map at Rico Harbor.
There you go.
Yes, yes.
But these games are not known for their fucking sweeping epic campaigns, and I am worried that playing as 4 different characters through what will probably be a 4 or 5 hour campaign. I don't expect a fucking 12-hour campaign out of this. You're not going to get enough time to know the characters. You're not going to get enough time to understand the characters. And apparently each character is going to die at the end. I mean, I don't know. That's according to what I've heard. I don't know if that's true or not, but.
Well, thanks, John.
Well, no, it's right there. They're like play through the life and death.
They show in the 12-minute video too. That you die.
Yeah.
Oh no. I think that's the start of the game, isn't it? Like,
yeah, that's the prologue.
Like you play like 4 guys dying at the start of the game, and you keep switching guys, and that trains you how to play the game.
Yeah.
That's just the tutorial.
I'm like very cautiously optimistic about it because it sounds like they're going for kind of an anthology approach where like the 4 campaigns, I think they might interact in small ways, but I think from what I heard, they're very like kind of self-contained stories, which I feel like DICE's problem is always taking a big story and just kind of tying it together, and it always becomes a mess. So like if they are going for these more small, self-contained, kind of almost episodic things, I feel like they can handle that better. And it looks like they're focusing more on the characters than the plot itself.
Well, I like the fact that we're apparently getting historical figures in the game like T.E. Lawrence. I think that's pretty cool. But then again, nobody's playing at least most people probably aren't playing Battlefield for the fucking single player campaign.
I was gonna say we're talking about a DICE story on a game that most people sink thousands of hours into the multiplayer for. I don't think we have to worry about Battlefield.
I will say this:
my concern
Go ahead,
is the amounts that have been put out. The deluxe edition is $80. The Enlister Gold edition is $130. And the DLC has been already announced. It seems like they've held back content for that. I'm a little concerned that there'll be a little bit of pay to win, or that they'll be nickel and diming you after the fact, and that can affect the multiplayer component of it. Because you don't want to be playing
what they did with Premium for 3 and 4. Because I haven't been paying attention to how ones works.
So I guess with some of the packs, you get specific weapons, and if those are in any way overpowered, that's going to affect the gameplay when you're on the map. You get like Lawrence of Arabia weapons if you get the Lawrence of Arabia
Historically,
pack.
though, their special weapons have not been overpowered.
Right, but I'm just a little concerned. Not to say that it'll happen that way. You're right, but I'll say that with a $130 price tag and with a few other things that they've mentioned regarding the DLC, I'm just worried they're getting a little greedy and it may end up on the battlefield.
The $130 price tag includes the season pass, which is like $50. I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just like it's the $90 version is like the collector's edition of the game, and then the $130 version is just literally just adding the season pass to that.
And Battlefield season passes are by far like the best use of your money. Like the premium in Battlefield 4 was like you got a shit ton of content.
Oh yeah.
What comes with the $130 version other than the season pass?
The collector's edition content.
Is that the one with like the statue and stuff?
I
gotta look this up.
The statue comes with the game.
So I'm looking at it right now. I don't see that the season pass is included in this one.
I'm thinking about the one on Origin, so I might be wrong.
Okay, yeah.
There may be more than one.
When is the game released? I'm not certain.
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
28th, I think.
26th?
Oh man, that's
the last Tuesday of the month, dude. Whatever
that's
that
too
is.
close to the Dark Souls 3 DLC and Skyrim Remastered.
I get the
And Titanfall 2.
No, I don't care about Titanfall 2, but Dark Souls 3
Dude, have
DLC.
you seen the campaign stuff now? Have you seen the campaign stuff? It's insane. Like, this looks like the most exciting single-player shooter campaign since Doom, and possibly even, like, this might be the first year we actually have more than one standout shooter campaign. That's amazing. We haven't had that since 2007, man.
Yeah, but Dark Souls 3 DLC, though.
I just can't believe it's not delayed till March.
Something's getting delayed.
Yeah, it seems weird to release two major shooters within like a week of each other.
I think Titanfall 2 is going to get lost in the fucking sauce, man.
I don't know anyone who's buying both.
You don't think
Most
they'll
of them are
blink?
buying Battlefield.
Yeah. What's that, Sam?
You don't think they're going to blink? You think they're going to stick and release in October?
Yep. At this point, I think they're committed.
Yeah, they're way too close.
They just announced they went gold.
Yeah. I mean, the game's gold. I mean, what's it going to do? Sit around in the warehouses for 3-6 months while they delay it? I mean, I think I don't think there's anything wrong with Titanfall 2. I think it'll probably be a good game, but I absolutely think it's going to get swallowed up by juggernaut that is Battlefield 1 and then Call of Duty.
Ooh.
And you have Gears 4, which is going to be a huge multiplayer game. Like, people can't play all these games.
Which will be persisting throughout all of these releases.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting overlooked, VR is coming out.
I was going to mention that before the Battlefield 1 was kind of like peppered in there. PSVR comes out next week. It's less than 7 days away.
Literally no one cares about PSVR. No one's talking about it.
They're not marketing it the right way.
They're not marketing it at all.
If they think Taco Bell is going to sell PSVRs for them.
Taco Bell is holding up the brand at this point.
I mean, it really is. Like that's
They did last time. with the PS4 launch.
advertising that you see for PSVR. It's a Taco Bell commercial with the burrito on the.
The
on the
really
box.
sad thing is that the PSVR is getting pretty good reviews. Like I don't understand.
I haven't
what's-
seen any coverage of it.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah,
some decent reviews.
It really,
Yeah.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
yeah. No, people are saying it's really impressive, and I've used it. It is for what it is. It's impressive. I'm not compelled to buy one year one, but I just don't understand why Sony's not pushing this more. I don't fucking understand.
I've literally seen more about Oculus Rift's $50 earbuds today.
And I don't get it because it's like
Well, I've seen a lot of PSVR coverage.
Yeah,
Like,
with
a lot of the
embargo
big
lifted
sites
this
are
week,
pushing
there's
it.
been a lot of
no,
stuff.
I know that. I'm saying I haven't seen any like fucking commercials on this shit. Like Sony's not marketing the motherfucker.
Well, they're all
Right.
sold, so they can't sell anymore. So maybe. they're
Well,
just
that's a
not-
good point. Yeah.
They've already canceled the project. It has less support than Vita does.
I mean,
They've already dug the
Sony-
grave next to Vita.
Sony, I mean, look, we gotta admit, Sony is not the best when it comes to supporting their peripherals. They're just not, and I say this
You
as a
mean
big
the
Sony
worst?
fan. They're the worst. I mean, come on, the Vita was the fucking. I don't want to talk about the Vita, but yeah, no, it's
You still play your Kinect there, John?
my I play my Vita. I
Hey,
play my
well,
Vita every fucking
the
week.
thing about the Kinect is you can actually use it for other things besides gaming, though.
Yep,
I mean,
I use it. I use it
The
every day.
Kinect is perfect for like Skype calls or
For,
stuff like that.
Porn, like it
I
just
use it
pumps
to
in the
change the
air,
channel.
You know, like wait, what was that? Use it for porn?
No, change the channel. Turn
Oh,
my
okay.
TV on. Not porn.
To porn. Use it to change the channel to porn.
Yes.
Sony, I mean, yeah, Sony's not great at it, but I mean, they have new demos rolling out at their demo stations, and you are going to get to try their most important stuff, like their bigger games, like Rigs, which I'm pretty excited to go try because
Rigged is the one I want. Yeah,
that's
Rigged.
like
I get
the probably like the one game that I want for PSVR, and so if I dig that, I think I might keep my pre-order.
I'll tell you what you're not going to be playing this year is Gravity Rush 2.
Right.
Daggers.
Because Sony can't fucking... Oh my god. Like I saw that and I was like, yeah, why not? Right? Like and I love Gravity Rush. And so one of my big anticipated games for this fall holiday season was Gravity Rush 2. And side note, if you have not played Gravity Rush Remastered and you own a PS4, go pick it up. It is probably, considering where it started, the most impressive remaster I've seen this generation. Simply because it started as a Vita game, and what they did with it on PS4 is just nothing short of fucking sorcery. So it really good stuff. You should go pick it up. Cat's a great character, and it's a great superhero game, basically. But I was really excited about Gravity Rush 2, and I was like. And then I saw that they had delayed it, and I thought it was a troll. I was like, no, they're not going to delay this one too, right? And then I'm just like, I mean, is there a Sony exclusive this generation that has not been delayed?
Outside of like
I don't think so.
Killzone,
Like outside of like launch game, like what? Even launch games were delayed, like Drive Club.
Drawn to Death.
Was.
Infamous 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Killzone
cannot,
Shadowfall.
I cannot think of a. I mean, because Infamous was supposed to be a launch game, right?
Yep, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot think, except for Killzone, I cannot think of a single Sony exclusive AAA game that has not been
Was
delayed.
Shadowfall really the only exclusive at launch?
I mean, you had
Knack.
Resogun, which is a vast.
Hello?
No, Knack. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. How could I forget Knack? But
Knack was so good.
I do think Gravity Rush 2 is different in the sense that I think all those other games just weren't ready. I feel like this is more just because it would get slaughtered in the holiday season and they want to get a little bit of a window.
Sure.
Because I mean,
Yeah, I
Gravity
think it's
Rush
already
is
gonna have a hard
not
enough
a
It has
big
the
name
potential to
begin
do
with.
really well now.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing is, like, Resogun outshone all those launch games. Resogun was the greatest launch game that PlayStation 4 had. And actually, who was this in chat? Enzon Azari in chat says Ratchet and Clank. He's right. Ratchet and Clank was not delayed. There's one. We got
That's
one.
because Insomniac are like freaking superheroes, though.
And they made it in like 10 or 12 months. They made that game.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Mhm.
Granted,
Ratchet
the
and Clank is
entire
fucking
game was already
phenomenal.
kind of designed, so
But it was an
Yeah.
amazing game. What a fucking good game that was. One of the most beautiful games this generation too. But another
Came
game.
out in the 90s.
Yeah. I understood that reference. I know what you're talking about. But Enrique, what are you looking forward to this year?
Oh my God, I'm looking forward to so many games, and it's just I don't know how I'm gonna have time to play everything. So I'm looking forward to Battlefield 1. I'm actually, and I haven't been excited about a Call of Duty in a long time, and I'm excited with Infinite Warfare, mostly because of the Modern Warfare remaster.
Oh, I want that so bad.
Which looks
It's
so
out
good.
right now.
Al has it. Al was playing it. And he's really high on it.
Oh, Al was like drooling. He was like telling me about it, and I'm just like super jealous. But so looking at that, Dishonored 2. Yep. Skyrim remastered. I was looking forward to Gravity Rush 2, but that got delayed.
Let's not bring that up again. The pain is still too near.
I know. What else am I looking forward to? I mean, those are probably the games I'll actually buy.
I am more excited about I'm more excited about Modern Warfare Remastered than I am Infinite Warfare.
Has no one mentioned Dishonored 2 yet?
Enrique just did.
Yeah, I just did.
Sorry, my bad.
Enrique just did, and I am very excited about that as well. That looks
it's
awesome.
Skyrim remastered. I mean, and now that they're bringing mods to the PS4, I'm super excited about that.
Yeah,
with a big asterisk.
Yes. Yeah. What is it like? It's not going to be. Jeff, can you explain that?
There's the mods on PS4 will not be able to use external assets, which is, I mean, that rules out, I would say, at least half the mods, if not the majority. That means you can't have any new textures. You can't have, all you can use is what's in the game and just rearrange it, retweak it. So I would say it's not.
Guy in high miles.
I'm going to close my window real quick, guys. I'll be right back.
Sure. So I don't know. That was really. I'm not a big. I know everyone plays Skyrim with mods, and I'm weird. I usually just play it vanilla. But for anyone that's looking forward to mods, I would say just get it on Xbox One if you have one, or stick with PC, because I don't even know how many modders are going to put in the effort to bother putting that out on PS4 when they can't do it.
Not many.
They're not.
They can mod in
I am
frame rate.
What was that, Sam? Go ahead.
I am pretty big in the modding community because I like messing around with ENBs on Skyrim or Fallout or The Witcher, and the modding community is not happy with Sony at all. And you could say it somewhat irrationally, you could say it's overblown, but the point is they're not really getting along, and there's not a lot of support at all. It's any console support is going to go into Xbox mods or improving, Xbox on the Fallout 4 Xbox version is way better if you use mods. You can get higher grass quality and frame rates, and it fixes a bunch of the bugs because it's Bethesda. And QA testing is not their thing, but
Sam, I can see it both ways, right? Like, I can understand why Sony wants the max amount of QA testing on anything external coming into their network, because I think they're still reeling from what happened to PSN in May 2011, and they don't ever want to see anything like that happen again. And so ever since then, they have been really, really keyed into what they're allowing on PlayStation Network as far as something coming that they don't have control over. At the same time, you have to walk that fine line of at what point does it become overbearing.
The thing is, the mod community is mostly benevolent. I would argue 99.9% of us are we're trying to help. We tried to we've saved a lot of games, and improved things that otherwise would never have gotten fixed. Dragon Age Origins, there are a bunch of bugs that would never have gotten fixed were it not for the mod community. So it's just, if you spurn that kind of benevolence, even if I understand your reasonings for it, it's still vastly overblown, number one. And number two, you are scorning a community that wants to help out. And that doesn't end well.
It's kind of like Microsoft in the PS3 and 360 generation, where they're like, no, we're a completely closed system. We don't want to do anything. And whenever Sony did the Portal 2 Steam cross integration thing, everybody's like, oh man, Sony's, it's an open console and everything. And people were hating on Microsoft for doing that exact same thing. It was the closing off stuff, and now it seems like this gen it's like a direct swap.
You gotta remember
Xbox is ready to do the crossplay for Rocket League and stuff. Holy crap!
You gotta remember that Sony has been hacked really badly a couple times now, and I think they're more wary about security than they have before, which is a good thing, because holy crap, they are not wary about security at all.
It sounds like there's a fucking kaiju outside of JT's house right now.
Yeah, it does.
The storm on top of me is finally getting over his way. It's nuts. I mean, it's a crazy storm. So
Kaiju, Jesus.
It sounds like let them fight.
Yeah, right.
But the other game I'm excited about this holiday, and Enrique mentioned it, is Dishonored 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was a huge fan of Dishonored. Dishonored was kind of like that really, really awesome melding between, you know, it was just like it was like BioShock almost in the way that it kind of put control back in your hands, you know, and I just really, really fucking love that game. And the fact that I think it's really cool. Apparently in Dishonored 2, obviously you can play as either Corvo or Emily Caldwin, and they both have radically different storylines and methods of play, and you know, completely different endings depending on who you're playing as. So I mean, this is one of those games that begs multiple playthroughs. And I think it comes out like mid-November.
yeah,
I
something
want
like
to say
that.
it's the week after
November
Infinite Warfare.
11th.
Okay, God, oh man, God, this holiday is fucking stacked.
I think
But
that game's gonna struggle financially.
I think it might too. Yeah, I do. I mean, this is
I get Deus Ex vibes from it, or sorry, Deus Ex.
Deus. Did you say Deus Ex?
Deus Ex, because you
Deus Ex.
Deus
said
Ex.
that one time and it's in my head now.
Pile on him like you piled on me for.
Typhon filter.
Deus.
Icon filter.
No, I'm just getting that kind of vibe from it. I think it's gonna have to review very, very well to overcome the rest of the release schedule.
Well, I thought Dishonored 1 was going to struggle in terms of sales, but that one did really well.
Yeah, but it had an
So I don't
extremely
know.
long tail too, which really helped.
But
Like
the
it
weird thing
just
is,
kept selling.
Yeah, it had
I
a
don't-
lot of good sales on Steam and stuff like that.
I feel like we haven't heard enough about Dishonored 2 though. Right? Like I feel like I feel like the promotion behind this game has been a little soft.
Well, wasn't it? It was.
You
I think it
demoed
was
it.
almost non-existent behind the first one.
This actually kind of upsets me about it. Dishonored 2 is being marketed in basically 3 cities and 3 cities only, and all of their tweeting about the game is literally just come by our one time only demo showing in LA or New York or San Francisco.
Wow.
I mean, I have no doubt that the game is going to be good.
Is
But
getting it. It's really bad marketing in my opinion. Like I actually unfollowed their account because I was pissed.
yeah, I have no doubt that the game is going to be good. No doubt. I think this is probably a safe bet. But I don't understand the logic behind not pushing your game harder. And to me, I mean, it's worrisome to me. Like I sit here and I say, you know, oh, I'm sure it's going to be good. That's great. But at the same time, when you don't market your game like you should, it to me denotes a lack of confidence that is troublesome.
I think they might also be waiting until after comes out.
Well,
Like, I think they want to wait till after Battlefield comes out before they start pushing.
what were you going to say?
Do you think this is a delay candidate? Since we haven't been hearing.
Nope.
Hold on.
I don't think
It's
so.
No, I don't think so.
I doubt it. I don't see this one getting delayed.
Yeah.
Don't
I got
they?
two games.
Doesn't
I got 2 games I'm excited about. If you're not done talking about.
No, dude, let's hear it.
Dishonored. All right. One, news came out today that steep closed alpha invites are going out. Super psyched about that. There's a super strict NDA about that though, so can't say too much about it. And 2, Shadow Warrior 2. That game looks absolutely insane. The
Everybody
first
in my
one was
friend group has
crazy. Yeah, the first one was crazy on its own, but this looks like it's taking that cranked up to 11 and cranking that up to like 15 or
That's
something.
gonna be the next Doom.
If you like Borderlands 2, it looks like it will be a better Diablo game than Borderlands was. The loot looks way more interesting and stuff. And like I said, basically everyone I'm playing games with has a copy of the game now. We're all pre-ordered. We're all ready to go. The shotguns are incredible. Just the entire game looks spectacular. And also the best part is you all see yourself as the main character. Like there's no
So there's a bunch of wangs running around.
For the
yeah,
wings.
yeah. You all see yourself as the main character, but everyone sees you as a sidekick. It's
So basically,
ridiculous.
you're seeing everybody else's wang
Oh boy.
Nope.
in real time.
You're only seeing
no.
not seeing
No,
Because if
we
you're
need
playing
to-
Shadow Warrior 2 together, like if I was playing it with Jeff and JT and Steve, like I would see JT's wang. I would see Jeff's wang, and I would see Steve's wang, and they could see my wang, and all our wangs would be out there in the open.
No, that's
Well,
the
we
whole
did
point.
couch
They
co-op.
hide everyone
A whole
else's
new
wang.
definition to bro up.
Wait, hold on. They're hiding everybody else's wang?
Yeah, you can only see your own wang. Everyone else is Wang's sidekick.
So everybody else is the balls, basically, to my wang.
Sure.
Oh my goodness.
So basically, what you're saying is there's
Alright.
a bunch of wangs and some
Alright.
balls.
We need a new hashtag. We need to get hashtag low wang in Battleborn.
Make Battleborn good.
So make Battleborn great for once. But oh, that's so bad. Randy Pitchford is never going to come on this show. But everybody, don't forget
Him
to
come on the show?
don't forget to tweet out hashtag put Duke in Battleborn.
No, I'm fine. If Randy Pitcher wants to come on the show,
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get him on the show.
I'm going to ask him to fuck it. Everybody in chat,
On.
tweet to Randy Pitchford that you want him on Super Deformed Gamescast. Do it.
also
Do it.
hashtag Duke in Battleborn.
And
Hashtag low wang and Battleborn.
Low Wang and Battleborn, and also the last thing I want to bring up real briefly is Beyond Good and Evil 2, guys.
Yeah.
I'm still like really
real.
struggling to believe that that's actually happening.
No,
said it.
apparently it's happening.
I feel
And
like Vivendi is going to step in and take over like at the last moment and cancel it.
Oh, don't say that.
No, I refuse to accept that. No. Having said that, I don't think we're going to be playing it till 2020.
Isn't he working on another game still? Wild?
Yeah, he's working on Wild.
Yeah,
and I'm
working
still
on
mad
Wild.
about that because he stole my name.
Well, and doesn't he also say that like every 2 months? That-
Yeah.
No, he's actually like he was just silent, and then he was like, "Well, I want to make Rayman," and then he made 2 Rayman games, and he was like, "Well, I'm gonna make Wild now," and that's with a different company, and Rayman is still happening, and now it actually is. It's in pre-production. They actually have art. I'm blown away. Like I really have a hard time believing this is real.
Well, it's real. Believe it.
I've never played Beyond Good and Evil. So
Oh my God!
It's not really as good as like everyone on the internet
Okay,
says
Doc,
it is, but
shut
it is
up.
one of the
Doc.
most unforgettable games you will
It's
ever
good.
play.
It's good.
It is.
Like-
it is really. It's amazing.
So where can I play it right now if I wanted to play it?
Steam.
Free on PC.
PC?
On PC?
Oh yeah, it is free on Uplay right now. Go
It's
get
free.
It's
Yeah,
free.
it is free. It's free on Uplay.
it. It might not.
Right now.
No. The crew
Yeah,
is free right now.
Doug's like, "Here I
It's
go."
next week or something.
What's that?
Yeah, go. The crew is worth checking out too if you can get
Yeah,
past.
the crew is also free, so get that.
No.
I bought the crew and I hate it, but I'm stuck with it now.
The driving model is just absolutely horrid, but the actual premise of the game where you're like driving around the USA is so cool that it's so frustrating to me. Like it's awesome like driving through St. Louis
Yeah.
and seeing like Busch Stadium right there. I'm like,
Oh,
wow,
that is kind of cool.
that's something that I used to live right next to, and that's really cool to see that in a game. Then I can go drive to Colorado through the Rocky Mountains and then like to the West Coast and hang out there, and it all looks awesome. But
Yeah,
then
but then it's like, hey, my name's Mr. Ubisoft guy, and your brother is dead again.
well, not even that. It's not even the story that they try to shoehorn into it. It's the frustrating driving physics. It's just like it wants to be a bad game, and it's very core. It's like I would have taken Test Drive Unlimited physics at this point, just because like I hit a tractor the other day while playing it, trying to get back into it, and the tractor flew off like it was a freaking spaceship. And I'm like,
Blast off.
what's
That's a right
going
to
on
hell
in this game?
retribution shit right there.
Yeah, I'm playing on. Well, I was playing it on PC, and the controller support was just really weird. Like, you can't just plug in a controller and play. You have to individually map every single action, and there's like 3 times the amount of key bindings for there is buttons on the controller, and I couldn't figure it out.
That's strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at me says we need Skate 4, which I totally agree. Hashtag Skate 4.
No, we need a
Stay forward in Battleborn.
Tony Hawk game. Put Skater 4 in Battleborn. Put fucking everything in Battleborn.
Put Square Enix Island in Battleborn.
Will you guys play Battleborn with me whenever it goes free to play?
No.
Yes.
No,
I have it right
I
now.
won't.
I would gladly play it right this second.
I would play it if it was worth playing, but it's
If
not.
it was free, I'll play it.
Yeah, I played it at launch, and I never
it
want to touch
was-
that game again.
If it was free
Oh,
and
it's
somebody,
super bad. I just enjoy playing bad games in co-op.
if it was free and somebody like barged into my house and put a 45 in my head and said, "John, if you don't play Battleborn with JT right now, then I'm going to paint the walls with your brains," I would think about it.
You would look up at them and go, "Is Duke in it?"
Did Randy put Duke in Battleborn? If he did, I'll play it.
Doc
Yeah,
saying enjoying bad games and co-op reminds me. Did anybody ever play Army of Two?
Nope, but I
Yeah,
heard
no.
terrible things
Yeah.
about it.
It was
I had
want to
some
play
of
with
the
people.
most dumb fun with Army of Two, even though like going back to it, it was probably like really bad.
Was the
But-
guys with the hockey mask, or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like the super edgy feel to
It was dank as fuck.
overseas war.
So
but
I just booted up Uplay. You can grab Beyond Good and Evil free on October 12th for anyone.
There you
go.
who
Do it.
checked
Do
out.
it.
So
Do it.
Do it. You have to play, man. It's a classic.
It's a good game, yeah.
Yeah.
Then
It's just
go grab
a fucking must-play game
There is literally nothing like it, and there probably will never be anything like it.
until
until
Beyond.
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
No, I'm pretty sure Beyond Good and Evil 2 will be as radically a departure from it as it
Yeah,
was.
they'll probably make it a fucking first-person shooter or something.
That would be the thing, you know?
That would be awful. But anyway, so it's been a pretty good show. I want to thank everybody in chat for coming and hang out with us. On
Well, I'm getting search code in the Rise of Iron right now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
It sounds vaguely sexual in a weird way. Don't ever say it like that
You're
again.
not sexual enough.
Not yeah.
what light level
Yeah,
are you?
amp up the sexuality a little bit, please.
Fuck that guy stole my
Please
thing.
don't.
But at any rate, it's been a long podcast about wangs and balls and putting
Not long
Duke in
enough.
Battleborn. But it was a really good show. Sam, thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks for inviting me. It's been great fooling around with all y'all, talking about the game. A good time.
Welcome
awesome.
to the wonderful world of podcasting.
Yeah,
Yes,
good
Sam,
job.
welcome to podcasting, man. You've had a busy last 24 hours, man.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good stuff. I want to let everybody or remind everybody that the developer of Darkest Dungeon, Red Hook Games, will be on the show within the next couple weeks. We're just working on a day. Somebody in chat, Black Metal Gamer, wants to know what's my PSN. For anybody who wants to know my PSN, it's Johnny Cubs fan. Go ahead and shoot me a.
Dick Cubs.
That's the
Hey.
worst name ever.
What,
Can we
you know
actually
what? Okay,
have a
you know what?
community too?
No, it's
Community.
not.
Plug the community.
It's not the word. No, it's
your
not.
PSN
I'm
ID
going to plug the
applies, so-
community. I'm going to plug. Okay, yes. On PlayStation Network, we have a community, Superform Gamescast. Please go and join our community. You motherfuckers need to be talking to the community more. I just posted the other day, like, the community needs more love.
Hey, I posted like a Shadow Warrior screenshot in that thing, and it was
When?
like
When?
it was like one of those fortune cookies that had an extremely like innuendo thing. I don't know. I post in that all the time, man. Like I'm the number one screenshotter in that community.
Jeff, it's on you. You need to be posting in the community more, Jeff.
well, you can't comment on anything and you don't get notifications or anything. It's
Wrong.
So.
Yeah, it's
They
a
fixed
bad.
it.
It's a bad
Did they?
software.
Did
Yeah,
they
they
fix
fixed it. You know, they fixed it. Yeah, it pops up.
Directly reply
So if you-
to stuff
yeah.
now.
Oh, nice.
So it's
Okay, I
kind
will,
of more
I will go there
similar to.
immediately and trash talk everything you've posted. Like you trash me on my Xbox feed.
Okay. Yeah.
You asshole.
Your Forza Xbox updates, whatever.
Black Metal Gamer says he thought I said Cummins fan. No, that's just my,
Might as well be being a Cubs
Yeah.
fan.
yeah. Hey, dude, this is our year, man. It's gonna happen. Fucking
Don't-
finally.
It might. It just
Don't
might.
say that.
I know. I'm
You're
just
gonna jinx it.
completely fucking ruined it. I just completely. Hey, I want to give a shout out real quick to Multiverse Mob in chat. He's actually working on a fucking awesome intro video for us that involves old school RPGs and pixel characters, and it's gonna be fucking awesome. I've seen some of it, and he's doing some really good work for us, and I can't wait for everybody to see what he's doing.
What up, Peter?
Thanks, dude.
So
Nice.
he's doing some good shit for us. Good stuff. Think Chrono Trigger style stuff. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really fucking good. But at any rate, it's a great show. Thanks to everybody in chat who joined us. Please do us a favor in chat, guys. Help get the word out a little bit. Tweet us out. Let people know that this is the place to be on Thursday nights at 9. Don't worry about Jeff Keighley's show at 8. I mean, I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's fine, but this is where you want to be every Thursday
They're
night.
trimming the
at
show
8 p.m.
down a little bit, so you should
Oh,
just tune into his and then
Yeah.
keep it on YouTube. Just change the URL. Come see our show at 9.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I understand they might be moving it to 7 because Jeff was a little worried about competing with Superform Gamescast. He was like, I'm not sure if I want to go that route or not. So if he does, that'd be great. If not, it's fine. We've still got all our viewers here ready to roll. But again, thanks to everybody. One more thing, our website is back up and running. We're posting articles again. We're posting reviews. Superformgamescast.com. We got some good shit on there, and we're gonna try to post things every day now. So that's cool. Gabe just put out a review of Recore. I highly recommend you check that out. And I also have an article I wrote about why Resident Evil 4 has stood the test of time as one of the greatest games ever. So please go check that out. Does anybody have anything else they want to add?
Follow the official podcast Twitter at SDGC_podcast, or is it Gamecast? I don't know these things.
Podcast.
That's
You
probably a
don't run
bad
it.
thing.
You don't even know what it is.
Follow John at Mr. Negative. Follow Doc at Forget Amnesia. Follow Jeff at Banana Factory 87. Follow Matt at Ortiz something or other.
Matty_gaff.
There you go.
There you go. Yep. Follow Steve at SDGC_Steve. Follow Enrique at Reese Gamer. Follow me at Flunky on Twitter.
And check out Basement Radio Arcade Podcast. Wednesday nights at 9 p.m.
Wednesday nights, not Tuesday nights. Very important.
Yes, we moved to Wednesday nights.
Very important. Yeah, no, Brap is our sister podcast, and we always love having you on, man.
Thank you, man.
And
Samuel, what's your Twitter?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Twitter name?
Literally just my name, Samuel Talbert, at Samuel Talbert on Twitter.
Excellent. Follow him as well.
And,
and I should have a video up this week, so
please check out Doc's video. Dan in chat says, "Are you Metacritic approved yet?" No, but after a few more reviews, we will be OpenCritic approved. The guys at OpenCritic are waiting for us to put out a few more reviews, and after that, they will add us to OpenCritic. So,
Nice.
please be excited for that as well, as Square Enix would say. And with that, please keep in mind that it's not always poetry, and we don't always agree, but we always keep it real. And until Shane says JT's an android. Until next week, we will see you guys later. Have a good night.
See ya.